Hey, should you be better paid if your wife's a babe? Vanderbilt's football coach, they have them there, seems to think so. In an interview last week, James Franklin revealed he'd never hire a man who didn't have a sexy spouse. But let's let him explain.
I've been saying it for a long time.
So we all would be great recruiters, David.
I will not hire an assistant coach until I've seen her wife. Until I've seen his wife. And if his wife, if she looks the part and she's a D1 recruit, then you got a chance to get hired. I mean, that's part of the deal. There's a very strong correlation between having the confidence of going up and talking to a woman and being quick on your feet and having some personality and confidence and being fun and articulate than it is walking into a high school and recruiting a kid and selling them.
Well, he since apologized, tweeting, quote, "Attempted humor," they always say that, attempted humor, obviously fell a few yards short, was speaking to the courage it takes for men to approach the women who become their wives. And then he reiterates exactly what he was going to say. We must discuss this. That was
Lightning
great.
round. Lightning round.
I don't know if this is sexist or what it is, but you were cringing.
It's just stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. It's just. Also, his analysis of what a hot wife is.
Yeah.
Maybe him saying that having the confidence to talk to people is, but his indication of what a hot. Shut up. I mean, that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
The problem is not in. Yes, you want someone who's good at talking to people.
Yes.
But who gives a good damn whose wife he thinks is hot?
That's true. Governor, is there any logic to this?
Not job ending, but just stupid. Just stupid.
Just stupid.
Really
Remy,
stupid.
while we were watching, you were nodding in total agreement with what the coach was saying. It was incredible. I was so surprised and refreshed.
Actually, as always, you get it completely wrong. I can come up with a different word that starts with the letter D instead of D1 recruit for this guy.
Daring?
D-bag.
Okay,
Is the word
because
I'm
I didn't
looking
have
for.
it.
Yeah, you didn't.
Look, this guy is a jerk, and I think his explanation for this is just complete baloney. I don't think that it's an attempt at humor. I mean, please, whether or not an assistant coach is attractive or not attractive should have nothing to do with the coach's qualifications.
Well, you know, Bill, you posed as a hot wife once to get your neighbor Boxcar Willie a job as a cab driver. How did that come about?
That wig he gave me was full of mites.
They were actually prairie dogs.
They were prairie dogs. It was a big wig. He likes his girls with afros. I would say when I first heard the story, I was like, this guy's an American hero. Finally, he's saying what we're all thinking. But the more you listen to him talk, the more you're thinking he's hiring these coaches for their hot wives, not because he thinks that it shows that they have confidence. It's so he can hate on them. That's the only thing he's doing.
No,
That guy's just a ledge.
If that were the case, there would at least be some sense to it.
Well, yeah.
The horror of this is he's probably telling the truth. That's the nightmare. If you look at it from a cynical point of view, there's some sense to it. I believe taking it at face value makes him a, what's the D word? Bang.
All right, we got to move on. I love this topic. An Iowa school superintendent was forced to resign last week for sending sexually explicit emails at work. Nancy Sebring, named after the car, was ousted after officials found she was ousted after officials found she'd sent the messages during work hours from a work computer to a man with whom she was in a relationship. Read one email, quote, "I have this craving in my body for you and I can't ignore it." You know, I sent Bill Hemmer the same email an hour ago. Didn't hear it back, sadly. Okay. If she could be in trouble, we're all in trouble.
Who cares?
But it's using a work device.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? If she wasn't sending it to students and she wasn't actually bothering her work, it's embarrassing that we have to see that. Why is that any of our business?
I don't think it is.
Write anything you want anytime.
I don't know. Okay, Governor, let's say it's your private business. You own Gary Johnson Laundromats.
Big J Enterprises, construction.
How would you feel?
1,000 employees. Okay, go ahead.
I love this. Okay, how would you feel if your employees were on your computer? Oh, they are. We know they are. We know they are. Do you just say that's human nature? Because it is kind of human nature.
Well, all right. If it's not job ending in and of itself.
Yeah.
All right. But if it's a continuation of a practice that they've been asked to stop, then that's a whole nother story.
How would you ask them to stop? How would you know it? You don't monitor every email your employees send.
It's decreasing
exactly.
productivity.
So my concern would be is that look, this is my time, and here's how you're spending my time, and not job ending in and of itself. But if this is just a continuation of,
I like you as a boss. You always say this is not job ending. What if I do this?
You found the one guy.
In and of itself.
You found the one guy who doesn't smoke marijuana. Now let's find the one guy, by the way, not me, who does not send sexually explicit messages from work. I mean, it's a miracle you found me.
You've never sent sexually explicit?
No, I have. What I'm saying is, it was hard enough to find me. Now let's find that guy who hasn't sent one You've sent sexually explicit messages from your work computer. Wasn't a question.
I'm pleading the fifth. I have a right to remain silent.
For the yes.
Another way of saying, yup.
The good news is I'm the boss. I own my firm, so I can spend my time and I can use my computers however I want. The problem is when my employees spend time during work hours not being productive, not getting the job done that I'm paying them for.
That's a different issue.
No, it's not, because if you're sending numbers, a number of these emails, if you're wrapped up in your relationship.
But there wasn't a number. There was one saying my body craves.
Yeah, in and of itself, it's not enough for
Real
firing.
quick, Bill, I got like 30 seconds. Say something.
You not only own the firm, you are firm. Send.
On that note, all right, we got to take a break. Don't even think of leaving me now. We've got a lot more coming.